everyone. In a world where noise often overshadows wisdom, silence becomes a powerful tool. Many believe that speaking loudly or constantly sharing their plans is the way to success. But in reality, those who work silently with focus and determination achieve the greatest results. In a world where everyone is rushing to speak, to share opinions, and to prove their worth through words, silence stands as an underrated yet powerful force. Many mistake silence for insecurity, lack of confidence, or even ignorance. But in reality, silence is a calculated approach that has been used by the most successful individuals throughout history. It is not a sign of weakness, but rather a sign of strength, patience, and self-control. When you choose silence, you give yourself the space to observe, analyze, and process situations before reacting. Words spoken without thought can lead to unnecessary conflicts, misunderstandings, and distractions. But when you remain silent, you have the advantage of listening carefully, understanding deeply, and responding wisely. This ability to remain calm and composed gives you an edge in both personal and professional life. Silence allows you to focus on what truly matters: your goals, your progress, and your self-improvement. Many people waste energy explaining their dreams and plans to others only to receive negativity, doubt, or criticism in return. Instead, when you work in silence, you eliminate external noise and stay committed to your vision. The less you talk about your ambitions, the more energy you have to execute them. Another advantage of silence is that it gives you control over your emotions. People who react impulsively often regret their words later, but those who master the art of silence develop patience, emotional intelligence, and inner peace. They don't let distractions or unnecessary conversations derail their focus. Instead, they use their quietness to cultivate discipline and resilience. Furthermore, being silent allows you to surprise the world with your results. When people don't know what you're up to, they can't interfere, discourage, or manipulate your path. You move forward unnoticed, and when the time comes, you let your success make the noise. The greatest minds, scientists, inventors, leaders did not waste time on unnecessary talk. They worked diligently behind the scenes, letting their achievements speak for themselves. Silence also builds an air of mystery, which can be a powerful advantage. When people don't know your next move, they can't predict or obstruct your progress. You stay in control of your narrative, allowing your actions to define you rather than words. It is often said that a roaring lion may make noise, but a hunting tiger moves in silence. True power is never in loudness. It is in the precision of movement, in quiet determination, and in unstoppable focus. Ultimately, silence is not about saying nothing, it is about knowing when to speak and when to stay quiet. It is about using wisdom to decide what deserves your energy and what doesn't. Those who understand the value of silence hold an immense advantage in life because they are not easily distracted, discouraged, or derailed. Instead, they stay on their path, working relentlessly and achieving everything they set their minds to. In today's world, it is easy to get caught up in talking about success rather than actually working towards it. Many people spend their time discussing their dreams, making promises, or seeking validation for their ambitions. But those who truly succeed understand that words alone do not create results, consistent action does. Successful individuals do not waste time announcing their every move. They understand that real progress happens behind the scenes, in moments of quiet dedication and relentless effort. They channel their energy into learning, improving, and executing their plans. instead of seeking approval or attention. Talking about goals may create temporary excitement, but it is only through action that real achievements are made. Consider the difference between someone who constantly boasts about their future success and someone who silently works toward it. The person who talks too much may appear confident, but without action, their words lose meaning over time. On the other hand, the person who focuses on action builds credibility and respect through their achievements. People remember results, not empty promises. Focusing on action also means being disciplined and committed, even when no one is watching. Many people only work hard when they are being observed or when they receive external motivation. However, those who reach great heights do not rely on others to push them forward. They are self-driven and consistently put in the effort required to succeed. Another key aspect of focusing on action is learning from failure. Those who only talk about success often avoid taking real risks because they fear failure and judgment. But true achievers embrace challenges, knowing that setbacks are part of the journey. They do not waste time making excuses or blaming others. Instead, they learn, adapt, and keep moving forward. Moreover, when you prioritize action over words, you build momentum. Each small step you take brings you closer to your goal. Success is not achieved overnight. It is the result of countless hours of hard work, perseverance, and self-improvement. Those who focus too much on talking can easily lose motivation because words alone do not provide real progress. Action, however, creates tangible results, which fuels further motivation and confidence. Successful people also understand the value of working in silence. When you do not share every detail of your plans, you avoid unnecessary interference, negativity, and distractions. Not everyone will support your dreams, and some may even try to discourage you. By keeping your head down and focusing on action, you protect your vision and maintain control over your progress. In every field, whether business, sports, science, or the arts, history has shown that those who take action achieve greatness, while those who only talk about their dreams remain stuck in the same place. The world rewards doers, not talkers. No matter how many times you declare your goals, they will remain dreams unless you put in the work. At the end of the day, success is built by those who are willing to put in the effort day after day without seeking constant validation. The real difference between dreamers and achievers is simple. Achievers take action. One of the most underrated yet powerful skills in life is the ability to listen. Many people assume that intelligence is measured by how much they speak, how well they express themselves, or how confidently they share their opinions. However, the truth is that those who achieve the most in life are often the ones who listen the most. Listening is not just about hearing words. It is about understanding, absorbing, and applying knowledge in a meaningful way. When you actively listen, you open yourself up to new perspectives, ideas, and experiences. Every person you meet knows something you don't. By taking the time to listen, you gain insights that you would have missed if you were too busy talking. Successful individuals understand that learning never stops, and the best way to keep learning is by listening carefully to the wisdom of others. In every conversation, there are two types of people: those who wait for their turn to speak and those who genuinely listen. The first group often misses valuable information because they are too focused on preparing their response. The second group, however, absorbs knowledge, picks up details, and understands situations more deeply. This ability to listen attentively can lead to better decision-making, improved relationships, and personal growth. Listening is also essential for self-improvement. When you listen to feedback, whether it is positive or critical, you give yourself the opportunity to grow. Many people struggle with accepting advice because they feel defensive or insecure. But those who truly succeed see feedback as a tool for progress. They do not take criticism personally. Instead, they analyze it, extract valuable lessons, and use it to improve themselves. Moreover, listening helps in building strong and meaningful relationships. People naturally feel drawn to those who listen to them. When you genuinely pay attention to others, you show respect and appreciation for their thoughts and feelings. This strengthens connections, whether in friendships, family, or professional settings. Great leaders are not just great speakers, they are also great listeners. They understand the needs and concerns of their teams, making them more effective and respected. Listening also enhances problem-solving skills. In any situation, whether personal or professional, those who listen carefully can gather more information, identify key issues, and find the best solutions. Many conflicts arise simply because people fail to listen to each other. By practicing active listening, misunderstandings can be minimized and better outcomes can be achieved. Another advantage of listening is that it allows you to observe the world in a way that others do not. While most people are busy trying to be heard, the best listeners are quietly gaining knowledge, understanding trends, and noticing opportunities that others overlook. Whether in business, education, or personal life, the ability to listen and absorb information can give you a significant advantage. Furthermore, listening is a form of self-discipline. It requires patience, focus, and humility. It means setting aside your ego and acknowledging that there is always something new to learn. Those who talk excessively may appear knowledgeable, but those who listen gain wisdom. Wisdom is not about knowing everything. It is about knowing that there is always more to learn. In the end, true learning comes not from speaking, but from listening. Every moment presents an opportunity to gain knowledge, and those who embrace the habit of listening will continue to grow, evolve, and achieve great things. In a world where people feel the need to constantly explain their opinions, explain their plans, and prove their words through words, the ability to remain silent is a rare and powerful trait. Speaking less does not mean being passive or uninvolved. Rather, it is a strategic choice that helps conserve mental and emotional energy for more important tasks. Those who understand the value of silence know that productivity and progress come from focused effort, not from excessive talking. Every word spoken requires energy. Whether we are engaging in debates, explaining ourselves unnecessarily, or defending our ideas, we are using mental and emotional resources that could be better spent on actual work. Many people spend more time discussing what they will do rather than actually doing it. They share their plans with everyone, seek approval, and engage in long discussions, but at the end of the day, they make little progress. Meanwhile, those who speak less and focus more on action move forward quickly and efficiently. Great achievers throughout history have understood that success is built on disciplined action, not endless conversation. Instead of explaining their every move, they let their work do the talking. When you reduce unnecessary speech, you create more space for deep thinking, planning, and executing your ideas with precision. The less time spent talking about work, the more time there is to actually do it. Another important aspect of speaking less is that it minimizes distractions. Many conversations are not productive but are rather filled with gossip, complaints, or negativity. Engaging in such discussions drains energy and shifts focus away from meaningful goals. When you choose to remain silent in unproductive situations, you protect your energy and keep your mind focused on what truly matters. Speaking less also enhances concentration. When the mind is not preoccupied with forming responses or maintaining conversations, it becomes easier to engage deeply in tasks. This is why many successful people prefer solitude and quiet work environments. They understand that deep work requires undivided attention. The more distraction. Additionally, excessive talking often leads to mental fatigue. Engaging in long discussions, explaining yourself repeatedly, or constantly justifying your actions can be exhausting. It takes a toll on both the mind and emotions, leaving little energy for meaningful progress. Those who practice silence understand that every word should serve a purpose. They do not waste their energy on unnecessary conversations, but instead reserve it for creative thinking, problem solving, and productive work. Silence also provides clarity. When people speak too much, they often overcomplicate situations, leading to confusion and indecision. On the other hand, those who speak less and observe more gain a clearer understanding of situations. They analyze before they act, ensuring that their decisions are well thought out and effective. This clarity leads to better results and more impactful actions. Moreover, speaking less gives others the impression that you are more focused and in control. People who talk excessively often appear uncertain or insecure, while those who choose their words carefully exude confidence and authority. In professional and personal settings, being known as someone who speaks only when necessary earns respect. It shows that your words are valuable and that you do not waste time on meaningless chatter. Lastly, conserving energy through speaking less allows for greater emotional balance. Many conflicts and misunderstandings arise from impulsive speech. When you talk less, you reduce the chances of saying something you might regret. It allows you to think before you speak, ensuring that your words are intentional and impactful. By practicing restraint, you cultivate patience, self-discipline, and emotional intelligence. Ultimately, productivity is not about how much you say, but about how much you do. The energy saved from reducing unnecessary speech can be redirected towards meaningful efforts that drive real success. Silence is not just the absence of words. It is a powerful tool for developing self-discipline and control over one's emotions, thoughts, and actions. In a world filled with distractions, constant chatter, and impulsive reactions, the ability to remain silent and composed is a sign of inner strength. Those who master silence learn to regulate their emotions, make thoughtful decisions, and maintain a sense of control over their lives. Self-discipline begins with mastering the art of restraint. Restraint from unnecessary words, impulsive reactions, and emotional outbursts. Many people speak without thinking, reacting to situations with anger, frustration, or impatience. However, silence allows one to pause, reflect, and respond with wisdom rather than emotion. It prevents misunderstandings, regrets, and unnecessary conflicts, ensuring that interactions remain thoughtful and constructive. In moments of stress or adversity, silence becomes an anchor. People who lack self-control often react impulsively, saying things they later regret, or making decisions based on temporary emotions. But those who have trained themselves in the power of silence develop patience and resilience. They learn to observe, process information, and wait for the right moment to act. This level of self-discipline allows them to navigate challenges with a clear mind, rather than being controlled by their emotions. Silence also plays a key role in developing mental strength. When a person constantly engages in conversations, debates, or arguments, their mind becomes cluttered with unnecessary noise. But when they choose silence, they create space for deep thinking and self reflection. This helps in understanding oneself better, recognizing weaknesses, and working on self improvement. Many great thinkers, leaders, and philosophers have relied on silence as a tool for introspection and personal growth. Another aspect of self discipline is the ability to control impulses. In today's fast paced world, many people seek instant gratification, reacting quickly without considering the consequences. However, silence teaches patience. It encourages individuals to delay their reactions, think before they speak, and make choices that align with their long term goals. By practicing silence, one learns to resist temptations and distractions, focusing instead on what truly matters. Silence also builds control over social interactions. Many people feel the need to constantly explain themselves, defend their actions, or prove their worth to others. But true confidence comes from knowing when to speak and when to stay quiet. Those who master silence do not seek validation or approval from others. They understand that their worth is defined by their actions, not by how much they talk. This level of self control makes them more respected as people value their words and take them seriously. Furthermore, silence enhances concentration and focus. When the mind is not preoccupied with unnecessary speech, it can fully engage in meaningful work. This is why the most disciplined individuals, whether in business, sports, or creative fields, prefer solitude and silence when working towards their goals. They know that distractions come in many forms, and excessive talking is one of them. By controlling speech, they conserve energy and direct it toward productive efforts. Mastering silence also helps in handling criticism and negativity. People who lack self-discipline often react defensively to criticism, arguing or justifying themselves unnecessarily. But those who have control over their emotions remain silent in the face of negativity. They listen, analyze, and decide whether the criticism is valuable or not. If it is constructive, they use it to improve. If it is baseless, they ignore it. This level of emotional intelligence is a direct result of practicing silence. In addition, silence strengthens the ability to observe and learn. Many people miss valuable information because they are too focused on speaking. However, those who embrace silence become keen observers. They notice details that others overlook, learn from their surroundings, and make well-informed decisions. This ability to absorb knowledge rather than constantly express opinions gives them a significant advantage in both personal and professional life. Ultimately, silence is a discipline that requires practice. It is not about suppressing thoughts or avoiding conversations, but about knowing when to engage and when to remain quiet. Those who master this skill gain control over their emotions, thoughts, and actions, allowing them to navigate life with wisdom, focus, and inner strength. In a world filled with noise, opinions, and constant interruptions, working in silence is a powerful way to stay focused and productive. Many people share their goals and plans too soon, seeking validation, advice, or encouragement from others. While it may seem harmless, this habit often leads to distractions, interference, and even discouragement. Those who achieve great things understand that working in silence protects their energy, keeps them focused, and allows them to make steady progress without unnecessary setbacks. One of the greatest dangers of sharing too much about your plans, is external interference. The moment you talk about your goals, people begin offering opinions, some supportive, some critical, and some outright discouraging. Even well-meaning friends and family may unintentionally plant seeds of doubt by questioning your approach or bringing up potential challenges. While advice can be helpful, excessive input from others can create confusion, making you second-guess your own decisions. When you work in silence, you shield yourself from this noise, allowing your mind to stay clear and focused. Distractions also come in the form of expectations. When you publicly announce your goals, people begin to watch your progress, expecting updates and results. This creates unnecessary pressure, making you feel as though you have to prove something to others, rather than focusing on doing the work for yourself. The fear of failing in front of an audience can make people hesitant to take risks or make necessary adjustments. However, when you keep your progress private, you eliminate this external pressure and allow yourself the freedom to experiment, make mistakes, and refine your approach without judgment. Moreover, working in silence prevents the energy drain that comes from defending your choices. Many people feel the need to explain themselves when questioned about their ambitions. They spend valuable time justifying why they are pursuing a particular path instead of using that time to take meaningful action. Explaining and debating can be exhausting, and the more energy spent on talking, the less energy remains for actual progress. By choosing silence, you avoid this unnecessary expenditure of mental and emotional resources. When you do not reveal every step of your journey, you maintain control over your narrative. People only see the results, not the struggles, setbacks, or challenges you faced along the way. This keeps doubters and critics at bay because they are not aware of your process. Once you achieve your goals, the success speaks for itself, eliminating the need for explanations or justifications. Silence also strengthens self-reliance. When you constantly seek opinions and feedback from others, you may develop a dependency on external validation. This can be dangerous because it makes you vulnerable to the influence of others, even when their advice may not align with your vision. By working quietly, you cultivate confidence in your own abilities, learning to trust your instincts and make decisions without relying on the approval of others. Furthermore, working in silence enhances concentration. Every conversation about your goals takes time and mental effort that could be spent on execution. When you reduce unnecessary discussions, your mind remains free to focus on the task at hand. This is why many high achievers, whether in business, sports, or creative fields, prefer solitude when working on their projects. They understand that deep, uninterrupted focus is the key to producing extraordinary results. Avoiding unnecessary distractions also allows you to work at your own pace. Publicly sharing your progress may lead to external pressure to rush or meet unrealistic expectations. Some people may even try to compare your journey to theirs, making you feel as though you are falling behind. However, success is not a race. It is a personal journey that unfolds in its own time. When you work in silence, you remove the burden of comparison, allowing yourself to grow and progress at a pace that suits you best. Additionally, keeping your efforts private protects you from negativity. Not everyone will support your ambitions, and some people may even try to discourage or undermine you. By revealing too much, you give others the opportunity to project their fears, doubts, or jealousy onto your dreams. When you keep things to yourself, you maintain control over your environment, surrounding yourself only with thoughts and influences that contribute to your growth. Ultimately, working in silence is about maintaining control over your focus, energy, and progress. It allows you to build something meaningful without unnecessary distractions or interference. The less time spent talking about your plans, the more time you have to bring them to life. In a world where most people feel the need to constantly speak, explain, and share their thoughts, silence can be a rare and commanding trait. Those who embrace silence create an aura of mystery and power around them. They do not reveal everything they think or feel, and this makes others naturally curious about them. When you choose your words carefully and speak only when necessary, people listen more attentively when you do speak. This makes your presence more impactful, your words more valuable, and your influence stronger. One of the key reasons why silence builds a powerful presence is that it keeps others guessing. When you do not reveal everything about yourself, your thoughts, plans, or emotions, people become intrigued. They wonder what you are thinking, what you are planning, and what drives you. This sense of mystery makes you stand out from the crowd, as most people are eager to share everything about themselves without restraint. Silence makes you unpredictable, and unpredictability is a trait often associated with strength and intelligence. In professional and social settings, those who talk excessively often lose credibility. When someone constantly shares their thoughts without a filter, people may stop taking their words seriously. On the other hand, those who speak less and listen more appear wise and thoughtful. Their words carry more weight because they are rare and intentional. The most respected leaders, thinkers, and strategists throughout history have understood this principle. They knew that by limiting their words, they could command attention and respect without having to demand it. Silence also conveys confidence. Many people talk excessively because they feel the need to prove themselves, justify their actions, or seek validation. But those who are truly confident do not feel the need to explain themselves all the time. They let their actions speak for themselves. When you are silent, you communicate that you are secure in who you are and what you know. You do not seek approval or permission from others. And this self-assuredness makes you naturally more influential. Furthermore, silence can be a strategic tool in conversations and negotiations. When someone speaks too much, they may unintentionally reveal weaknesses, doubts, or insecurities. They may give away valuable information or say things they later regret. However, a person who practices silence has the advantage of observing and analyzing before responding. In negotiations, the person who speaks less often has more control over the conversation. They allow the other party to reveal their position first, giving them the upper hand in determining the best course of action. Silence also makes people respect your boundaries. When you do not share everything about yourself, people learn to approach you with a certain level of caution and respect. They cannot predict your thoughts or reactions easily, which makes them more mindful of how they interact with you. This is particularly important in both personal and professional relationships. Those who are too open and transparent may find themselves easily manipulated or taken for granted, while those who maintain a level of mystery are often treated with more care and respect. Additionally, silence gives you more control over your emotions. Many conflicts and misunderstandings arise because people react impulsively, speaking without thinking. But when you remain silent, you give yourself time to process your emotions before responding. This ability to stay calm and composed even in difficult situations makes you appear more in control. People admire and respect those who can maintain their composure under pressure. Another advantage of silence is that it forces others to pay attention to your body language and actions. Words can sometimes be misleading or misunderstood, but when you remain silent, people focus on your expressions, gestures, and overall demeanor. This non-verbal communication can be more powerful than words, as it conveys confidence, authority, and intent without the need for excessive explanation. Silence also creates space for others to speak. Many people appreciate those who are good listeners because they feel heard and understood. When you are silent, you give others the opportunity to express themselves, which can build trust and strengthen relationships. People naturally feel drawn to those who make them feel valued, and silence plays a crucial role in making others feel comfortable opening up. Ultimately, silence is a tool that can enhance your presence, influence, and authority. It makes people take notice of you, respect you, and consider your words carefully when you do choose to speak. By mastering the art of silence, you cultivate an aura of mystery, strength, and confidence that sets you apart from the rest. In a world where most people feel the need to constantly speak, explain, and share their thoughts, silence can be a rare and commanding trait. Those who embrace silence create an aura of mystery and power around them. They do not reveal everything they think or feel, and this makes others naturally curious about them. When you choose your words carefully and speak only when necessary, people listen more attentively when you do speak. This makes your presence more impactful, your words more valuable, and your influence stronger. One of the key reasons why silence builds a powerful presence is that it keeps others guessing. When you do not reveal everything about yourself, your thoughts, plans, or emotions, people become intrigued. They wonder what you are thinking, what you are planning, and what drives you. This sense of mystery makes you stand out from the crowd, as most people are eager to share everything about themselves without restraint. Silence makes you unpredictable, and unpredictability is a trait often associated with strength and intelligence. In professional and social settings, those who talk excessively often lose credibility. When someone constantly shares their thoughts without a filter, people may stop taking their words seriously. On the other hand, those who speak less and listen more appear wise and thoughtful. Their words carry more weight because they are rare and intentional. The most respected leaders, thinkers, and strategists throughout history have understood this principle. They knew that by limiting their words, they could command attention and respect without having to demand it. Silence also conveys confidence. Many people talk excessively because they feel the need to prove themselves, justify their actions, or seek validation. But those who are truly confident do not feel the need to explain themselves all the time. They let their actions speak for themselves. When you are silent, you communicate that you are secure in who you are and what you know. You do not seek approval or permission from others, and this self-assuredness makes you naturally more influential. Furthermore, silence can be a strategic tool in conversations and negotiations. When someone speaks too much, they may unintentionally reveal weaknesses, doubts, or insecurities. They may give away valuable information or say things they later regret. However, a person who practices silence has the advantage of observing and analyzing before responding. In negotiations, the person who speaks less often has more control over the conversation. They allow the other party to reveal their position first, giving them the upper hand in determining the best course of action. Silence also makes people respect your boundaries. When you do not share everything about yourself, people learn to approach you with a certain level of caution and respect. They cannot predict your thoughts or reactions easily, which makes them more mindful of how they interact with you. This is particularly important in both personal and professional relationships. Those who are too open and transparent may find themselves easily manipulated or taken for granted, while those who maintain a level of mystery are often treated with more care and respect. Additionally, silence gives you more control over your emotions. Many conflicts and misunderstandings arise because people react impulsively, speaking without thinking. But when you remain silent, you give yourself time to process your emotions before responding. This ability to stay calm and composed, even in difficult situations, makes you appear more in control. People admire and respect those who can maintain their composure under pressure. Another advantage of silence is that it forces others to pay attention to your body language and actions. Words can sometimes be misleading or misunderstood, but body language speaks volumes. When you remain silent, people focus on your expressions, gestures, and overall demeanor. This non-verbal communication can be more powerful than words, as it conveys confidence, authority, and intent without the need for excessive explanation. Silence also creates space for others to speak. Many people appreciate those who are good listeners because they feel heard and understood. When you are silent, you give others the opportunity to express themselves, which can build trust and strengthen relationships. People naturally feel drawn to those who make them feel valued, and silence plays a crucial role in making others feel comfortable opening up. Ultimately, silence is a tool that can enhance your presence, influence, and authority. It makes people take notice of you, respect you, and consider your words carefully when you do choose to speak. By mastering the art of silence, you cultivate an aura of mystery, strength, and confidence that sets you apart from the rest. In a world filled with noise, distractions, and constant conversations, the ability to remain silent grants an incredible advantage. The power of deep observation and true understanding. Many people focus so much on expressing their own thoughts that they fail to absorb what is happening around them. However, those who practice silence develop a heightened awareness of their surroundings, people's behaviors, and the subtle details that often go unnoticed. This ability to observe rather than immediately react or speak is what allows individuals to make better decisions, anticipate opportunities, and navigate life with greater wisdom. Observation is a skill that requires patience and discipline. The moment we stop talking and start paying attention, we begin to see things from a clearer perspective. In conversations, for example, those who remain silent tend to notice more than just the words being spoken. They pick up on body language, tone of voice, and hidden emotions that others may miss. This deeper level of understanding allows them to respond more effectively and with greater accuracy. It is often said that those who listen more than they speak are the ones who truly understand people, because they take in not only what is said but also what is left unsaid. Silence also enhances critical thinking. When we are not constantly speaking, we create space in our minds to process information thoroughly. Instead of reacting impulsively, silent observers take the time to analyze situations, weigh different perspectives, and identify patterns. This leads to more thoughtful decisions and prevents mistakes that often arise from speaking or acting too quickly. Many of the world's greatest thinkers, strategists, and innovators have relied on silence as a tool for deep contemplation, allowing them to arrive at insights that others overlook. Additionally, silence provides a significant advantage in professional and competitive environments. In meetings, negotiations, or discussions, those who talk too much often reveal their thoughts and strategies too soon. But those who remain silent and listen carefully gain valuable information that can be used to their advantage. They can assess the strengths and weaknesses of their opponents, understand their motivations, and adjust their own strategies accordingly. This is why some of the most successful leaders, entrepreneurs, and decision makers are known for their ability to listen more than they speak. Beyond social and professional benefits, silence also deepens one's understanding of the world. When people speak too much, they are often limited to their own perspectives and opinions. When they choose to remain quiet and observe, they begin to notice the intricate details of life, the way people interact, the emotions behind their expressions, and the lessons hidden in everyday experiences. This awareness helps them develop empathy, wisdom, and a broader understanding of human nature. Moreover, silence fosters learning. The more we listen, the more we learn. Whether it is in a classroom, a workplace, or a personal setting, those who listen attentively absorb information more effectively than those who constantly interrupt or dominate conversations. Many successful individuals attribute their growth and achievements to their ability to learn from others by simply paying attention. They understand that knowledge is not gained by speaking, but by listening, watching, and reflecting. Silence also allows for a deeper connection with oneself. When external noise is minimized, internal clarity increases. Many people struggle with overthinking, stress, and confusion simply because they are surrounded by too much noise, both external conversations and internal mental chatter. But by practicing silence, they create space for introspection, self-awareness, and personal growth. They begin to understand their own thoughts, desires, and emotions on a deeper level, leading to greater confidence and inner peace. Furthermore, silence sharpens intuition. When the mind is not occupied with constant speech, it becomes more attuned to subtle cues and instincts. Many great decision makers trust their intuition, which is often the result of deep observation and accumulated experience. By staying silent and paying close attention to details, one can develop a natural ability to sense what is right or wrong, recognize opportunities, and avoid potential dangers. This heightened awareness is what separates highly perceptive individuals from those who act without thinking. Another significant benefit of silence is that it prevents misunderstandings. Many conflicts arise simply because people speak without fully understanding a situation. When someone chooses silence instead of reacting immediately, they give themselves time to assess the situation from multiple angles. This prevents miscommunication, unnecessary arguments, and regretful words that cannot be taken back. Instead of being quick to respond, those who value silence respond only when necessary. And when they do, their words are well thought out and impactful. Ultimately, silence is not about the absence of speech, but the presence of awareness. It allows individuals to observe the world more deeply, understand people on a profound level, and make informed, intelligent decisions. Those who master the art of silence cultivate a wisdom that cannot be achieved through constant talking alone. Patience and resilience are two of the most powerful qualities a person can develop, and silence plays a crucial role in strengthening both. In a fast-paced world where people expect instant results, quick responses, and immediate gratification, silence teaches the value of waiting, observing, and allowing things to unfold naturally. It helps individuals develop the ability to endure challenges, setbacks, and difficult situations without reacting impulsively or becoming discouraged. Patience is often tested in moments of uncertainty. When people do not have immediate answers or when situations do not go as planned, the natural reaction is to express frustration, seek reassurance, or attempt to force a solution. However, silence allows individuals to sit with uncertainty, embrace discomfort, and trust the process. Instead of rushing to fix everything or demanding immediate results, those who practice silence develop a calm and composed mindset, knowing that some things take time to manifest. In relationships and social interactions, patience is key to maintaining harmony and avoiding unnecessary conflicts. Many arguments arise because people speak in moments of anger, frustration, or misunderstanding. They feel the urge to defend themselves, prove a point, or respond to criticism without fully thinking things through. But silence provides the space needed to cool down, reflect, and respond with clarity rather than emotion. It prevents regrettable words and fosters a more thoughtful approach to communication. Resilience, on the other hand, is the ability to endure hardships without breaking down. Life is filled with challenges, failures, rejections, disappointments, and unexpected obstacles. Many people struggle to cope with these difficulties because they react too quickly, letting emotions control their actions. But silence strengthens resilience by teaching the mind to process challenges without being overwhelmed. When individuals face setbacks, silence allows them to step back, analyze the situation, and strategize their next move without external pressure or emotional cloudiness. Moreover, silence helps in handling criticism and negativity. In today's world, where opinions are freely shared, criticism is unavoidable. Some people respond to criticism by lashing out, defending themselves aggressively, or allowing negativity to affect their self-esteem. However, those who practice silence understand that not every comment or opinion requires a response. They develop the patience to listen, filter out unhelpful negativity, and use constructive feedback to grow. Instead of reacting defensively, they observe, learn, and move forward with confidence. Silence also plays a vital role in overcoming frustration. When things do not go as expected, it is easy to become irritated and complain. However, verbalizing frustration often amplifies negative emotions and makes problems seem worse than they are. Those who embrace silence, on the other hand, train themselves to endure difficulties with a level head. They recognize that frustration is temporary and that responding impulsively only leads to regret. By choosing silence, they conserve their energy for solutions rather than wasting it on complaints. Another important aspect of silence is that it teaches people to accept things beyond their control. Not everything in life can be changed or fixed immediately, and some situations require patience and endurance. Those who speak excessively about their struggles often dwell on them, making them feel heavier than they actually are. But those who remain silent in difficult times develop an inner strength that allows them to push forward without being consumed by negativity. They understand that silence is not just about keeping quiet, it is about maintaining emotional balance and mental fortitude. Silence also enhances self-control, which is a fundamental component of patience and resilience. Many people struggle to control their impulses, whether it be speaking out of turn, reacting aggressively, or making hasty decisions. But silence forces individuals to pause, reflect, and make intentional choices rather than acting on impulse. This ability to stay composed under pressure builds resilience over time, making it easier to handle stress, uncertainty, and adversity. Additionally, silence cultivates endurance in long-term goals. Achieving anything significant in life requires persistence and patience. Those who constantly talk about their plans without taking action often struggle to maintain long-term focus. But those who work in silence understand that success is not immediate. It requires time, effort, and consistent dedication. They develop the resilience to keep going despite slow progress, knowing that real achievements are built over time, not overnight. Ultimately, silence is a teacher of patience and resilience. It trains the mind to remain steady in the face of challenges, to wait for the right moment before reacting, and to endure hardships without losing focus. Those who master silence gain an inner strength that allows them to navigate life's difficulties with grace and determination. In the modern world, where noise is constant and distractions are endless, silence has become a rare and valuable tool for achieving inner peace and self-mastery. Many people find themselves overwhelmed by external chaos, social media notifications, endless conversations, and the pressure to keep up with the fast pace of life. However, those who embrace silence discover a profound sense of tranquility, clarity, and control over their own thoughts and emotions. Silence is not just the absence of sound, it is the presence of stillness, reflection, and a deep connection with oneself. One of the greatest benefits of silence is that it allows individuals to understand their own minds. When people are constantly talking or surrounded by noise, they rarely take the time to reflect on their thoughts, emotions, and beliefs. But silence creates the space needed for self-exploration. It encourages deep introspection, helping individuals uncover their true desires, strengths, and weaknesses. This self-awareness is crucial for personal growth, as it allows people to make conscious decisions that align with their values rather than being influenced by external noise. Moreover, silence reduces stress and anxiety. Many people feel overwhelmed because their minds are constantly bombarded with information, conversations, and external demands. When they do not take time to disconnect and embrace silence, their mental energy becomes scattered, leading to feelings of exhaustion and confusion. However, when they practice silence, whether through meditation, solitude, or simply reducing unnecessary conversations, they experience a sense of calmness. Their thoughts become more organized, their emotions become more balanced, and their overall well-being improves. Silence also strengthens emotional control. Many conflicts and misunderstandings arise because people react impulsively to situations without thinking. When someone speaks in anger, frustration, or impatience, they often say things they later regret. But those who practice silence develop the ability to pause, reflect, and choose their words wisely. This self-mastery prevents unnecessary arguments, improves relationships, and fosters a sense of emotional stability. Instead of allowing external circumstances to dictate their reactions, silent individuals remain in control of their own emotions. Another important aspect of silence is that it enhances focus and concentration. In a world filled with distractions, maintaining deep focus has become… People often struggle to complete tasks efficiently because they are constantly interrupted by conversations, notifications, or unnecessary thoughts. But those who practice silence learn how to eliminate distractions and fully immerse themselves in their work. This ability to concentrate deeply allows them to achieve greater levels of productivity, creativity, and excellence in whatever they do. Silence also fosters a sense of contentment. Many people feel restless because they are constantly seeking validation, approval, or excitement from external sources. They fill their lives with noise to avoid facing their own thoughts or insecurities. But those who embrace silence learn to find peace within themselves. They no longer rely on external distractions to feel fulfilled because they have developed an inner sense of wholeness. This self-sufficiency is one of the most powerful forms of personal freedom, as it allows individuals to remain calm and happy regardless of their external circumstances. Additionally, silence enhances decision-making. When people are surrounded by too much noise, they often make impulsive choices based on emotions. They do not rush into things blindly. Instead, they consider all possible outcomes and choose the path that aligns with their goals and values. This ability to think critically and independently gives them a significant advantage in both personal and professional life. Silence also deepens one's connection with nature and the world. When people are always talking, they rarely take the time to appreciate the beauty of their surroundings. But when they embrace silence, they become more aware of the little things: the sound of the wind, the rhythm of their breath, the peaceful stillness of the night. This heightened awareness creates a deeper appreciation for life itself, fostering a sense of gratitude and connection with the universe. Furthermore, silence improves communication. They listen more than they speak, allowing them to understand others on a deeper level. Instead of talking just for the sake of being heard, they choose their words carefully, ensuring that their speech is meaningful and impactful. This thoughtful approach to communication earns them respect and admiration from those around them. Ultimately, silence is the foundation of self-mastery. It teaches individuals how to control their thoughts, emotions, and reactions. It allows them to find inner peace, make better decisions, and live with greater intention. Those who harness the power of silence gain a level of personal strength that cannot be shaken by external circumstances. In a world that constantly demands attention, where noise often overshadows wisdom, silence remains an underrated yet powerful force. It is within silence that we gain clarity, cultivate patience, and it is through silence that we observe, learn, and make the most impactful decisions. True strength does not always come from speaking the loudest, but from knowing when to remain quiet, when to listen, and when to act with purpose. Those who embrace silence do not seek validation, they seek understanding. They do not waste energy on meaningless noise. Instead, they conserve it for what truly matters. They move in silence, yet their actions speak volumes. They achieve without announcing, grow without boasting, and succeed without unnecessary distractions. So let silence be your secret weapon. Let it guide you towards wisdom, resilience, and ultimate success. Because in the end, it is not the noise that defines greatness. It is the silent, steady, and disciplined pursuit of excellence. You said, you said, you said.